Hello, dear students. Today it's my pleasure to present you our trainer, Metodi Mladenov. Metodi is our trainer for IT Business Analyst course. And today you will be able to hear more about his experience and overall about his background and details about the course itself. So Metodi, please introduce yourself.
Hi, also from me. Thank you about your nice introduction that you have made. So I'll simply continue. Basically, currently I'm a senior instructor in New Horizons, leading courses mainly for business analysis. On the same time, I'm a full-time employee for one of the biggest telecommunication companies in Bulgaria. Basically, my experience have started long ago, maybe 15 years ago already, when I graduated IT Business Analysis master's degree in Sweden's University, Jönköping International Business School. The main courses that we had there were related to the business analysis, to the IT project management, a little bit of process management, which I think it will be also helpful as a knowledge that I can share with my students. Slightly afterwards, I started to work as business analyst in company with which we were making ERP software for utility companies. The full process, so to say, from business need to implementation was mainly held by the business analysis unit back then. Slightly afterwards, couple of years, I have started to work as a business analysis in my current employer, telecommunication company, where we started to more or less to have internal customers. The other functions in the company as finance, accounting, service management, and etc. And I have changed couple of positions till now. So I'm now also working as a ICT manager with my previous knowledge. It also helps me a lot to bring up new customers and to create different type of software solutions, from websites to mobile applications, everything related into IT field, so to say, as a solutions. So in that sense, I think my experience will be very useful, not only the theoretical part, but also the practical experience that I have gained during my professional career.
Thank you very much. Now let's a bit talk about the course itself. How do you think is the course IT Business Analyst popular nowadays?
I think it's very popular. Basically, a lot of people, even in my like personal surrounding, they have have questions to me related to the business analysis field. They want to start to work as business analysts. I have also friends which have started to work as developers, and now they're changing. They're making the shift toward the business analysis. Of course, it's in a bit different field, like into agile field, so to say, as a product owners. But in the same time, also I think it is very helpful from that side. So not only the business knowledge, but also the IT knowledge can be also helpful becoming good professional in that field. So at least what I'm seeing on the market also, because I'm also making a recruitment for business analysts in order to help to my projects. So basically, there are a lot of people that have interested into this type of courses, into the position as a whole.
Mm-hmm. According to your personal observations, what is the demand for such professionals? Is it high, low, or maybe rising?
For sure, it's rising because, as we all know, not only in the private sector, but also in the public sector, the IT projects are arising. So in that sense, also there is a need of people who know how to deal with such requirements, how to manage these requirements, how to describe these requirements, to elicit them, and also to have this, to play this role as a bridge between the different type of stakeholders. So in that sense, also, not only the demand is rising, but the need of quality of quality people that have experience into this field. And also I have observation regarding to the certification, because on the first level, when we have these discussions with the HR department and etc., how to know which are the best people that we can at least get into the interview. Also, the certificates are playing vital role now, because it is some kind of quality control there. So as a first step, it's also very important you already to be certified, because it's a competitive advantage already.
Mm-hmm. What topics will be included in the course, and what practical exercises it will be included?
So we are going to start pretty much with the basic understanding of what is business analysis, what is the role of the business analyst, and how this role will cope with the project, with the enterprise analysis, and with the other roles into the project, how he can cooperate and identify, analyze, and manage the stakeholders. And further on, we are going to extend this knowledge with the understanding of the requirements of business process management, of the business analysis process as a whole. We are going to discuss many of the techniques that are vital and can be used when you're a business analyst, how you can include these techniques and skills to increase your understanding and having more and more skills in order to become better business analysts. We are going to discuss many practical experiences from my side, from the side of the trainees, regarding to solution evaluation of the business analysis. So basically, it's a, let's say, wide variety of things for which the trainees will have awareness for most of them, and deep knowledge for the most relevant things that are very necessary in order to be and to become a very good business analyst.
Mm-hmm. Do you have something to share on your screen? Maybe some tools, environments where students will be working in?
Yes, just a second. Practically, I'm using most of the time one collaborative tool. It's called Miro board.
Mm-hmm.
It's very helpful in order to have this interactive and practical exercises with the trainees when we are not in the same room. Basically, we can make different type of exercises related to defining business need, having different type of use case diagrams, BPMN diagrams, everything related that can be also depicted and visualized. Just a second to open my account because it was closed.
Miro is actually very popular. I have conversation with our PMI Agile trainer, and he also showed us a Miro tool, and I think it's really now popular and helpful.
It is, and also the trainees like this tool a lot because it gives you the opportunity really to like be creative, to make the exercises in a very interactive way during the discussion that we're having. So maybe I can just simply open some of the recent ones.
Is it free? Yes.
It is also free, so only one short sign up is needed.
So it's good that students will learn how to work in it, and after that they can use it in their own projects and be prepared.
Exactly. I think we can share my screen also.
Yes, you have the rights, permissions.
Just a second. I'm testing something also. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so pretty much this is the tool in a very large scale, so to say. We can invite people here. We can make different type of exercises related to like having basic use case writing, more or less to have some kind of diagrams related to the context of the of the scope, like a context diagram. We can have different type of use case diagrams, definition of these use cases into user scenarios or use case scenarios. We can use it for having activity diagrams, BPMN diagrams. So pretty much it has very like it's a good tool that we can use in order to make our exercises.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So how would you define the prerequisites for this course, and what potential student already should know in order to get the most from the course?
Basically, the prerequisites for the course, you don't need to be qualified business analyst in that sense. Basically, some basic knowledge of how the system works, how the process work will be completely efficient. You don't need even to come from the IT field, so to say, because we all know that the business analysis is not only related to IT projects, even though our course is mainly structured for IT business analysts. The business analysis is more general as a topic, so to say. But we are going to focus, of course, on the IT making of IT projects within this course. So in that sense, you don't need to be experienced business analyst, business or some kind of IT expert. You need just basic understanding. It's suitable for novice. It's suitable for beginners. It's also suitable for people with a bit of experience, which want to gain certificate or want to have a bit structured knowledge information regarding to the business analysis. So in that sense, I think it's suitable for a wide variety of people that will have some kind of intention, not only to gain knowledge, but also to have certificates.
So now let's start talk about the certificate. Actually, what international certificate students will get after they successfully passing the exam?
The certificate, I will start with how hard it is to get. So at least with my experience, this course will be completely efficient to provide you this basic knowledge to get this course or to get the certificate. Yes, it is more or less situated in several type of questions regarding to how good you understand the business analysis in the fundamentals. So you have this fundamental of business analysis. You have the strategy definition, which is additional knowledge regarding how you can make analysis over the enterprise, so to say. You have this management of business analysis process in order to prove that we know how we are going to make the business analysis, how we are going to lead the process. Of course, the requirements engineering is a huge part of our course, how we are going to cope with requirements, how we are going to elicit them, how we are going to identify, document, analyze, make analysis of them, and etc. And also we are going to talk a bit, or you're going to need a bit information about solution evaluation and optimization of this business analysis that we are going to make. So in these five fields, we are going to close a bit the questions, at least the understanding of the questions, in order to be able to get better the preparation for the exam. The exam itself, it's called IQBBA. And basically it's a foundation. It's fundamental for like your career in order to grow, in order to have better perception from other companies and etc. So in that sense, I think it's very, very useful to have such thing in your portfolio.
Mm-hmm. What is the structure of exam? Is it multiple choice, single choice, or maybe some practical exercises?
Basically, it's a single choice. It's 40 questions for non-native English speakers. The time for the exam is 1 hour and 15 minutes. For native English speaker, it's 60 minutes. There are different type of questions. They're situated, so to say, from K1 to K3 as a type of questions. K1 can be the questions that are related to the things that we have to memorize as some kind of description of something and etc. K2 and K3 are more or less in order to the exam to prove that you understand some concept and you can also practically get value from this understanding. For example, you can see one process model or one use case diagram, and you have to fulfill some part of it or to provide better explanation what is shown on this diagram. It was very interesting for me. One of the questions were related with the state diagram. So we're going to talk about these details of these diagrams also because as you all know, the devil is into the details, and it's very important to pay attention to this one in order to be able to answer the question correctly, because some of them are kind of tricky. But we also will have this part into the course for these tricky questions and how we can solve them easily. Yes.
Yes. How do you think this certification will help them in their career, professional career?
Well, this is something that I have slightly mentioned in the beginning of our conversation. So in one case, it will make the trainees more visible for the companies. With this type of certificate, especially this one, it's already recognizable. You can Google it. You can see that people have even making this comparison. Which one is more valuable? Is it this one or the IIBA, meaning the CBAB, the CCBA, or this one for the entry level, or this course or this certificate? Which means that it's already popular. The people are they want to have it also, or they want to have it as their initial certificate. So in that sense, first one is you get the visibility. Also, you have this structured understanding of the business analysis, which is also very helpful when you have to cope with different type of tasks into the business analysis field. I think this is completely enough you to have this attention and you to want to have this certificate in your career.
What are the job positions that are suitable for such kind of specialist? It's obvious that business analyst, but maybe there are some another names of job positions that are suitable for.
Well, we always place this as providing better understanding about when I'm a business analyst, when I become a business analyst. Is it only because I'm in this hierarchical position in my company and I'm called business analyst, or basically if I'm working something else, also can make something related to the business analysis? The short answer is whatever type of activity that you are making related to business analysis, you are already a business analyst, meaning you're having this role. It might be into the project, it might be into on an enterprise level. So in that sense, yes, as you have mentioned, business analysis as a whole, you can be strategic business analysis in one company. You can start as a product owner if your company is more or less situated into the agile way of working, or agile business analyst. It can also help you doing that. You can also work as a business analyst who is dealing with processes. So business process analyst is also possible you to become having this type of certificate. So in that sense, also the data analyst, it's also viable because you can also implement this knowledge that you can gain also in having big amount of data, providing some, creating some models and elicit some type of requirements or behavior from that one. Mm-hmm. For me, also it will be helpful for people from marketing, for people from other areas different than simply delivering IT solutions, because, for example, the market research, benchmarking is also one of the techniques that we are talking during this course, that it's also useful in order to make your products better, to become with better processes, and etc. and etc.
Mm-hmm. Which can be the next step for students after they take this course?
The next step, well, it will really depend of how the person will want to grow. So in one sense, if you want to become better into the agile, there is a complementary course or a certification for agile business analysts, especially in the field. You can also try to dig a bit into other possible certificates for example, if you have experience more than 700 hours into business analysis, so you can make the next step of having CBAP as let's say the next level of certification, which is also very recognizable certificate. It's also very wanted to have such one. So there are different possibilities in terms of like employing to be employed somewhere. Of course, we have mentioned already the possible career implications, so to say, after you having this certification.
Mm-hmm. Will the students have homeworks after the course, after every session?
Yes, there is a small amount, but important things that the students will have to do by themselves, and we are going to discuss further on our sessions. It's very useful because when you're in this type of course, especially for certification, the making exercises, not only for understanding the structure, the material, but also having exercises for understanding the questions, it's very important. And since it's like we don't have the whole time of the world, we have to be very structured and also to do a bit of our homework in order to improve our understanding and to be easier to have the exam further on.
Thank you very much, Metodi, for taking time to join us today and to tell more about the course and yourself. I think the information you provided is very important for our students in order them to decide whether to apply for this course or not. And hope to see you soon in our trainings.
Thank you very much for your time also. Bye, guys. See you soon. Bye.